Welcome to Mystic Moons. This is a reading for the Taurus Collective. If you have significant Taurus energy, this is a reading for you. That could be a Taurus sun. Welcome. That could be a Taurus moon. Welcome. It could be a Taurus rising, a Taurus Venus, Taurus 7th house. Maybe your signature sign is Taurus. Perhaps you have several planets and or houses in Taurus. If you feel significant Taurus energy, if you have significant Taurus energy, perhaps, hey, even if one of your planets, your primary planets are undergoing a Taurus type of transit, you know, who am I to say all the different ways in which the Taurus collective can be defined by. But anyway, yes, this is a reading for the Taurus collective. How are you doing today, Taurus? Where I am, Taurus, it's probably 2 or 3 a.m. early in the morning. Taurus, I like to work at night. I like to be up at night, but also, Taurus, I do still get up at 5 a.m., 6 a.m. How to reconcile, Taurus, being up late at night and getting up early in the day? I haven't figured that out yet. Anyway, so as long as I have energy, Taurus, let's go and explore the energies around love for the Taurus collective. That special someone coming their way towards you. Taurus, if you appreciate my time and energy, do let me know. Do give me a thumbs up. Taurus, if you have any comments to share, please do. Taurus, I invite you to check out the other readings that I do specifically for the Taurus collective. There are astrological notes. There are also forays into your energy that can be found through either the lives or the video section. And of course, there are collective all sign readings, which I do include Taurus in there as well as the general signs that could be to any, or general readings, messages that can be for anyone. But here the focus is on Taurus. Taurus, this reading will be actually 13 readings in one. As I said, depending on how my energy. Hello. Nice to meet you. Nice to see you. Depending on how much energy I have at this 3 a.m. juncture for me. But the first part of the reading is going to be a general reading on love. Thank you as well. A general reading on love. And then we'll have the second part of the reading. That will be the 12 sign zodiac breakdown. And that will be checking out their affinity towards you. I also invite you, as I go through these readings, I guess eventually I'll get to all 12 signs. We'll see. You can cross-watch. It's interesting how one collective's energy is towards another. So let's get started. Taurus, I'm going to, where's my little, all right. Taurus, what is in the energy that I can share right now in love for Taurus? Three of Cups, Taurus. Three of Cups with the World. Could be a rise in your social life, Taurus, or a rise in connections that truly matter. All I know is that this either heralds a new start for you. It heralds a new start for you. New groups of people are definitely coming into your energy, Taurus. I say, King of Cups, Five of Swords, Two of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. Well, everybody has their reasons for coming together. And that's what I have here. People are coming together to you, Taurus, and yet they have their own reasons why, own things they hope to gain. Yes, we have, thank goodness we have, Taurus. We do have emotional growth, emotional openness, which is a good thing considering we have such calculating energies in our midst, like a Two of Wands and a Five of Swords. In this energy, too, Taurus, one can say everyone is searching for their soul tribe. You know, that person that just gets them. So let's go and find out more. Three of Cups, Taurus. Three of Cups gets a 10 of Swords, a High Priestess, and a Queen of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck energy, Three of Pentacles, significant Capricorn energy here. Hopefully, Taurus, that refers more to the placement and not necessarily events or happenings around the end and beginnings of the year. Three of Cups is clarified by 10 of Swords, High Priestess, and a Queen of Pentacles. Something's being laid to rest, Taurus. Of course, we had the World as a bottom of the deck energy when we were pulling that Three of Cups. Despite the fact that something is ending, there's unfinished business here with 10 of Swords, High Priestess. Unfinished business. I would like to say unknown business, but with a 10 of Swords here, this lingers, this carries. There's a bridge happening here. A bridge to what? We'll find out. Is it reconciliation? Well, definitely there is peace being found. Queen of Pentacles here. Whatever has happened in the past is in the past, and there's peace being made with that openness being created, Taurus, for new joyful connections, true connections. Again, going back to your soul tribe energy. Let's see. Oops. Death popped out, but I wasn't sure what I wanted to clarify. They're all rather interesting energies together. So let's go and actually take a look, Taurus, at 10 of Swords. 10 of Swords under a Three of Cups, also being free. Now being free, someone is letting go of a lot of angst, but then, as I said, still carrying something through, transforming something through, transmuting something. It's an interesting 10 of Swords. 10 of Swords gets a 7 of Swords. Well, Taurus, Hierophant is Taurus energy. Ten of Swords being clarified by a Seven of Swords, and Hierophant tells me someone is revamping how they operate. The things that they held important before, valuable before, they are shedding. Things that once were really important before now aren't that much so. Also, too, in this energy under a Seven of Swords, either this energy or perhaps this group of people, Taurus, I don't know yet, but in this energy, this person and the situations that this person will experience with you. Either this person is going to be trying new things that before they would have steered away from, shied away from, or Taurus, in this energy, this person before did some questionably morally gray things. And now they are revamping that, Taurus, here with our Queen of Pentacles, Three of Cups energy. Either way, Taurus, here is someone who definitely is changing how they operate, finding or discovering taste or things that they once sampled. Now, Taurus, they shall not. Could be either or. Hierophant is also accompanied by a Queen of Wands. Definitely in the energy here, though, Taurus, it's trying new things, a new way of operating. The question is this new way of operating one which favors a quieter, more grounded approach, or is this someone who, well, literally is out there to sample and captivate all that life has to offer? Oops, I didn't want to fold that back. That was habit. High Priestess. High Priestess, Taurus, gets Knight of Wands. Definitely, Taurus, there's going to be opportunities / interest to expand. Lots of Piscean energy here. High Priestess is Pisces energy. 9 of Cups is Pisces energy. 10 of Cups is Piscean energy. Also, all this could mean, Taurus, that what I am pulling here, things could start really getting momentum come late winter, early spring. Piscean season, what would that be? February, March. Could also be someone, Taurus, with significant Pisces placements. High Priestess clarified by Knight of Wands, 7 of Cups, and 10 of Cups tells me, Taurus, that either someone in this group of 3 of Cups or whatever or whomever is embodying 3 of Cups coming towards you, Taurus, this person always had an idea of where they wanted to go, how they wanted to perceive, what they wanted to explore. And now, Taurus, it feels like with you they can. Also, too, with that Ten of Swords energy particularly, redefining what brings them happiness, what motivates them in life, where can they go and draw satisfaction with? I say satisfaction particularly with our Queen of Pentacles here. This person is seeing things in a different light, and as they are seeing things, they are feeling them. This person is someone who almost like, have you ever dealt with geese, Taurus? You know how geese, right? They have wings, they have little flapper feet, and they have beaks. So there's no way exactly that they can go and touch. I mean, they don't go and use their wings for touching. They use their beaks. They're very mouthy creatures. You know, everything that they interact with, they bite, or whatever you want to call what a goose, you know, putting its beak on you could be. But they're very mouthy creatures, and it feels like in this energy, it's almost that same energy. If you've ever been around Canadian geese, Taurus, have you ever gone out and fed Canadian geese? You can go and try it, Taurus. I guarantee you, Taurus, if you go there with the right sort of fuel, the right sort of bread, the right sort of treats, they could probably take it from your hands. And in this energy is almost like what I have, like it's very tactile. You know, to know how they feel about something, they have to experience it. They have to have that touch. That's what that high priestess energy is. This person learns, Taurus, by action, by experience, by being actually in the moment, and then reviewing as it's happening. How do they feel about it? Thank you for the likes. So, Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles, we have Justice. Seven of Wands. Nine of Wands. Interesting energy, Taurus. I feel like you're going to be getting some people who are, they're rather in an exploratory phase of life. How they were before, they're not going to continue now. Very easily in this Three of Cups energy, Taurus, could be more than one person. But this energy also continues until late winter, early spring. In fact, too, the energy may continue over that time span because, as I said, Taurus, here are people. It's almost like you are attracting people who are in the midst of finding themselves, their true selves, and how they were before isn't how they want to be now, isn't who they want to be tomorrow. And that probably too is why this energy, Taurus, is spread out a little bit in terms of time, because this person has to go and form bonds of attachment, well, through interaction. Maybe before too, in that initial energy that we had under Ten of Swords, as I said, someone exploring what it is they like. Maybe too, under this Ten of Swords energy, this person allowed themselves to get drawn into immediate bonds too quickly without knowing the full scope of where their values led together with another's. And that could be precisely too why this person is taking their time and getting to know one another in public settings, getting to know one another as people. What do you value? What makes you happy? What brings joy to you? How do you like to spend your time? All those sorts of things, Taurus, this person or these people, Taurus, are going to explore about you in due time. So Queen of Pentacles clarified by Justice, Seven of Wands, Nine of Wands. Here's someone, Taurus, who's in no rush to take big steps. But once they make those big steps, Taurus, it's that this person doesn't commit casually nor frivolously. This person, too, Taurus, could also be shared energy. We have Three of Cups. Three of Cups is affinity. Could be shared affinity. Lots of weighing of pros and cons, standards. I'm not going to say rules, but definitely looking for ways of operating and what your values are. How serious are you? And just because you're serious doesn't necessarily have to mean that you're stiff. Anyway, Queen of Pentacles is someone who's reserving their commitment, reserving their judgment until they know more. It's worth it for them to take their time, step back, and know more. Signs, Taurus. Let's see what well, yes, I do have strong Pisces here, Taurus. Strong Pisces. That actually is kind of distributed. There is strong air, but no particularly strong type of air. Strongest is Pisces. Then we have, I'd say, definitely Libra, Gemini, Aquarius are all here. Leo and Sagittarius energies. I do read my queens as cardinals. That would be in Aries. Interesting. And of course, let's go and see. Hello. How are you? So let's go and see now. Let's go and see the 12, the affinity between you and the other zodiac signs. Now, Taurus, if you want to visualize along with me, if you want to feel along with me, that would be the pink energy. The energy of compassion, empathy, love before it gets colored by other things. But first, we just start off with a care, compassion, empathy, understanding, wanting the best. That sort of basic foundation in which all other emotions could be built upon, added to. And so in that pink energy, Taurus, this could be somebody who is romantically interested in you or you in them. Could also be platonically, it could be a friend. I don't really like to go and say family with these energies because I actually find sometimes the messages to be a little too caustic. But that's the kind of energy that we're pulling on. It really is broad, and from that, we'll see how the messages come out as we pull them. Is there anything else I wanted to say before I got into that? I don't think so. And of course, this is energy of how they are towards you, not mutual energy. This could be someone, Taurus, who you know. You know, they may be talking to you, they may not. This could also be someone who you meet. So we'll get into it. Taurus, if you meet or if you deal with a Leo, Taurus, if a Leo is on your mind, if you meet a Leo, that Leo towards Taurus, A Leo for the Taurus collective. Is that someone who you haven't seen in a while? Taurus, that Leo. Has that Leo been separated from you, or perhaps has that Leo been engaging in selfish actions or actions that don't really support the group, don't really support your relationship? When I say the group, well, it could be a group. Three of Cups, mean group energy. Three of Swords. We have something that's mucho here that definitely Three of Swords is not needed. But let's go and find out more about, thank you for the like. Let's go and find out more about Leo for Taurus. 10 of Swords. That card really wants to come out, but it hasn't. Page of Swords and the World. Rather Pacific here. Taurus, if you're dealing with a Leo, if you are dealing with a Leo, perhaps that Leo has disappointed you in some way. Maybe that Leo has disappointed themselves, disappointed others who are close to them outside of you. You know, this Leo overall hasn't been moving in ways that would make the people who love them happy. Regardless if it's a Leo who you know, regardless if it's a Leo who you meet. This Leo has been sort of shrugging off the expectations others have placed on them, perhaps for their own happiness. And maybe there's a source of contention there, just on an overall level with Leo. Leo is trying to see freedom. Leo is definitely creating a new phase. In creating that new phase, Leo has been disappointing people connected with their old phase. That's the general energy of Leo. So know that, first of all, Taurus, regardless if you, Leo's energy is in huge flux. Leo is rebelling for who they truly are. Leo's in a lot of pain. This is not easy, causing a lot of pain. Leo, if you want my one word on Leo, Leo is best to send Leo a box of cookies or cupcakes or donuts and go like, and you on Leo later. Leo needs a care package of fruit or donuts, and I would not create pain and tribulation that create. And it's very, very volatile. If you're dealing with a Leo, I would not touch that Leo, as I said, precisely for the reason I just met. And if you meet a Leo, Leo is going through massive transformation. In that massive transformation, if you meet a Leo, know that Leo is not ready to offer any sort of commitment yet. Leo could offer you fun, because Leo would be looking for a distraction ultimately. Maybe Leo, after that, this whole urgent, raw pain has been subsided some, maybe Leo would come around to you again, Taurus. But yet, Leo's energy is just, Leo's transforming, and you should let Leo transform into whatever Leo's going to be. All right, let's go on to the next fire sign, Taurus. If you're dealing with a Sagittarius, if a Sagittarius is on your mind, Taurus, Seven of Cups, Seven of Cups, Queen of Wands. If you're dealing with a Sagittarius, Sagittarius is fascinated by you. What a breath of fresh air. How different you are, Taurus, than the what Sagittarius is used to, has been dealing with. You are quite different, Taurus. You are also not one to easily figure out, Taurus. If you're dealing with a Sagittarius, Sagittarius is pretty darn fascinated by you. I do read my my Knight of Wands as a Sagittarius energy. Sagittarius is highly, highly, highly interested. If you've been dealing with a Sagittarius, Taurus, maybe, and could be some validation to it. You could be thinking Sagittarius has been not showing you quite the attention that you would prefer. Maybe you feel like Sagittarius's energy is elsewhere. Maybe their attention has been elsewhere. Seven of Wands, Seven of Cups. Sagittarius in general has lots of things on their plate. Lots of things they're doing. Lots of directions, however, they are moving towards. Ultimately, Sagittarius is taking a lot on themselves, taking a lot on their plate because they want to get wherever they're going faster. You know, they're trying to speed things up for themselves. Sagittarius is Taurus. There was something else I wanted to say here. What was it? If you're dealing with a Sagittarius. Well, maybe there was another message, but it just completely skipped my mind. But yeah, Sagittarius overall, Taurus is quite fascinated with you if you're dealing with a Sagittarius, or if you meet that Sagittarius, Sagittarius could appear not as focused to you as you would like, but I think that's really just because Sagittarius has a whole lot on their plate. Whole lot they're trying to accomplish. This person can accomplish it, but can they accomplish it, Taurus, with 100% perfection? No, they can't. But they're going to get to the finish line. Maybe some things will be 45% done well. Some things will be 25% done well, and other things could be like 125% done well. That's the kind of energy that this person is operating in. But overall, Sagittarius is full of imagination and fascination for you, Taurus. You inspire Sagittarius in a way they did not think they would be affected by. With you, they see a future, they could see a future, Taurus, that they did not anticipate. And that is exciting to them. Taurus, if you're dealing with Aries, and Aries for Taurus, what does Aries towards the Taurus collective? Aries has made some decisions about you. Aries likes the way you conduct yourself, Taurus. In this energy, it seems like Aries likes straightforward energies. Maybe Aries in this energy would like things to become more straightforward between you and them. Maybe too in this energy, Aries can't stand ambiguity. Aries needs to have everything cut and dry, black or white, yes or no, stop or go. That's the energy of Aries. And so Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords gets a Seven of Cups. Look at you, Taurus, fascinating all of these. Well, the exception of whatever went down with Leo. Fascinating Sagittarius and Aries. That's because you're supposed to spread your goodness, Taurus, to the other fire signs. Let's see what we have here. Of course, Four of Wands is Aries energy. So Taurus, Ace of Swords. I have Seven of Swords. Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups, Five of Swords, and Knight of Pentacles. If you're dealing with an Aries in general, Taurus, that Aries is going to want, I think, to be really straightforward. They're also going to want to try and know as much about you as they can. Maybe a bit uncomfortable, the type of questions that they'd say, or maybe the type of positions, situations they put you in, Taurus, just to see how you react. A little bit of experimentation energy here, but at your expense as they try and figure out what your true nature is. How do you really feel? How do you really react? What is Taurus all about? Aries wants clarity. Aries likes you, Taurus. And Aries, beneficial with Aries to be as clear as possible from the get-go. I do think how open you are with Aries. Aries would match that transparency. Or Aries at least wants transparency matched. Hello. So interesting. Yeah, I don't know what time it is here, but it's probably somewhere between 3 and 4, I think. Because I think I started doing this reading around 2:45, close to 3. But hello, and thank you for the likes. Let's see. Taurus, we just finished fire. Our next element. Shall we do air? Are you curious, Taurus? Are you curious, Taurus, how Aquarius is for you and Aquarius for Taurus? What is this energy? Ace of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles. Of course, Five of Pentacles is Taurus energy. So keep that in mind with Five of Pentacles, especially as we are in a Taurus reading. We'll find out more. All I know is that you are something that, well, if I was going to put it tactfully, something that Aquarius has been hungering for. Aquarius has been hungering for you. I really do hope, Taurus, that this is not an Aquarius that you know. I hope this is an Aquarius that you meet, a new connection, because an Aquarius that you know, this Aquarius who hungers for you, you haven't dealt with that Aquarius. Aquarius did a no-no, and you were better off, Taurus, by yourself, rather than dealing with the emotional misma that this person was giving you. If you were dealing with an Aquarius, if you were not dealing, as I said, I hope that this is a new connection, because if this is a new connection, Aquarius's energy here has been starved. And in you, they're pretty excited. I'll just put it that way. Pretty excited. So, Ace of Pentacles. I have the World. King of Swords. So again, I'm going to say, Taurus, I hope this is Aquarius that you don't know. Because if it is an Aquarius, you know that Aquarius has definitely been stuck on something. Have they made a decision? One would kind of hope so, but King of Swords, Two of Swords, the mind is still churning. What's considered important and necessary is still being defined. New beginnings, and in new beginnings, we decide what kind of steps we want to take where. So, as I said, I hope it's a new connection. Go and search for a new connection, Taurus. That Aquarius, I'm not going to go into extra past of what that Aquarius is. That Aquarius, as I said before, has been through something. And now they are willing to go through something new. Almost in that same energy as the main reading that we did in the beginning, the main reading are Taurus Love. Aquarius pretty much follows through in that energy towards you, Taurus. Aquarius is creating a new chapter. That new chapter, Aquarius, is determined to have success. Aquarius is also very careful on how they project themselves, how they operate, how they move. Almost rigidly so. So badly do they want to make the right impression towards you. I feel like in this energy, Aquarius would be the perfect lady, the perfect gentleman. You know, they'd be really shining in this energy precisely because they are crafting everything. It's not really going about this organically or naturally. This person wants to impress Taurus. They want to impress you. So they're going to make sure they're on their super best behavior. Go and get a new Aquarius, Taurus. If that Aquarius, if there's an Aquarius in your energy who has done anything remotely to disappoint you, that would be my recommendation there. All right. Let's go on to Libra. A Libra for Taurus. Seven of Swords. Libra likes you. Libra likes you. Libra's not sure either what would be necessary for you, what they could give to you, Taurus. Also, too, in this energy, Taurus, Libra would like to share who they are, what they have. You know, they'd like to be closer. But perhaps Libra doesn't quite know how to do that effectively, properly. Maybe also, too, in this energy with you, Taurus and Libra. Libra could have a little bit of being self-conscious, like letting down who they really are to another. You know, being close to another, opening up to another without the mask, without the facade. Libra could find that a little hard to do. We'll find out more. Definitely Libra is interested, Taurus, but Libra has a lot of dancing in their energy. Not at all straightforward, put it all on the plate like Aries. Four of Swords is Libra energy. Hermit. Libra is dancing. How much patience do you have, Taurus? Libra is definitely interested in you. Libra has a lot of game. Probably too in this energy, maybe Libra has some energy in here like who likes the other more, who's tied to the other more, who's more independent, who is having innately the most fun. I do think Libra, though, their facade of having fun is just that. I think Libra is actually pretty grounded, down to earth, quiet, reflective, more of a passive energy than an active energy. But I do think this Libra, around you anyway, Taurus, would definitely want to project themselves as being more active than they really are, more extroverted than they really are inclined to be if they were comfortable. And so, regardless if you're dealing with a Libra, if you meet a Libra, Libra likes you a lot. Libra has a whole lot of game in them. And in order to deal with Libra, you need to have a lot of patience and energy yourself, Taurus, to play. So, Taurus, we have Gemini. What did we start off with? We did fire, we did air, or almost concluded air, and then we have earth and water. Just checking. So we have Gemini, right? A Gemini for Taurus. Five of Pentacles is Taurus energy. Four of Cups. If you're dealing with a Gemini, if you meet a Gemini, Gemini has been taking a break from things. Gemini is wondering what it is that they value, what it is they will strive for, what it is. I'd almost say in this energy too, almost like maybe the closer Gemini gets to people, what's their own individual color with another? You know, we have closeness, but we also have independence. Independence that, like a self-sacrifice type of energy. You know, this person handicaps themselves, this Gemini. How do they handicap themselves? I don't know, but they definitely, it's like Gemini almost overthinks good things. And maybe it's a little self-sabotage. I don't know. But it's definitely with this Lovers, Four of Cups. Great energy here with Gemini. But it's like Gemini could almost not quite believe it. Or maybe they feel they're not quite worthy, Taurus. Not quite worthy of believing such good things could be possible to them. But let's find out more. So 5 of Pentacles for Gemini. I have a star. 2 of Pentacles. 7 of Cups. If you're dealing with a Gemini, towards you, Taurus, I do think Gemini thinks you are, I don't know, either out of their league or something about you they can't rise to the expectations of. A little bit of self-sabotaging energy here if you're dealing with a Gemini. Also, too, it's like, while they see, well, this is potential. All of this is potential. The winter that promises a spring to come. Growth will happen. Gemini knows that growth can happen. But of course, for any growth to happen, there needs to be care, there needs to be attention, there needs to be that warmth, that thaw to happen. And Gemini right now is in a frozen state. They are frozen. Spring will come, but not anytime soon. Not yet. And while that spring that is coming for Gemini is slowly, with each crystal, melting, Gemini is almost taking in the sights and sounds of the possibilities that could be and trying to collate what it is that they'll cultivate, what it is that they'll develop. Essentially, if you're dealing with Gemini, Gemini is in very internal energy. Even if you meet a Gemini, I don't really see how Gemini could be into engaging very much. I let Gemini go for now. Let Gemini go and enjoy, what do they call that period when plants are in the cold? I think it's stratification. Let Gemini go and enjoy their period in the cold, enjoy their slumber. And Taurus, when the spring comes, perhaps that Gemini will be there with some very unique blooms for you. All right, I did all the air. Let's go on to water. Taurus, if you're dealing with a Scorpio for Taurus. Okay. If you're dealing with a Scorpio should not make any hesitation about how they feel about you. Maybe they did before, or maybe that Scorpio has gone through something, some time, some situation in which they thought that would make themselves very lackluster to anybody who knew, or that person was besieged by thoughts of insecurity. However, Scorpio has moved past that. Excuse me. Scorpio has moved past that, Taurus. Scorpio is ready to engage, Taurus. Scorpio is in very honest energy too. Honest, direct, engaging energy. You should know exactly where you stand with Scorpio. Scorpio's energy is extremely engaging, extremely direct. Yeah, you probably don't even need me to pull if it's a Scorpio. If you meet a Scorpio, too, Scorpio should be very direct with you. Is there a tendency in this? I don't even see anything. It's like everything unfolding at the pace it should. Of course, I read Empress as Taurus energy, Hierophant as Taurus, Five of Swords, Four of Wands, and King of Swords. Essentially, so things could move a little fast. Maybe they would want commitment a little fast, a little risky to go and risk so much on creating bonds so firm and solid. But yeah, Scorpio should be nuts about you in this energy. King of Cups and Ten of Cups, both very strong Piscean energy here. It's like everything they've ever expected, they've ever wanted, they've ever hoped for, ever could imagine, Taurus, they find in you. Anyway, yeah, Scorpio should be like, worshiping you like the gods and goddesses that you are. The Venus blessed citizens, truly appreciated and acknowledged by Scorpio energy. Scorpio, yeah, collective is just great. Let's go on to Pisces. So that fell out. I'm going to push it back in, even though Ten of Cups is Pisces. Taurus for Pisces. Oh, Pisces for Taurus, actually. Nine of Wands. So that Pisces is someone not easily won over, Taurus. Pisces has their own agenda. Pisces is sticking to their guns. Pisces has their own agenda, their own hopes. Pisces has a goal, a mark pointed out way in the horizon, Taurus, and Pisces is going to get there one way or another, sooner or later. Nine of Wands. I have the Fool. I have Wheel of Fortune. And I have Queen of Cups for Pisces. So a couple things could be happening here. One is that Pisces could be operating on, of course, High Priestess is Pisces energy. Pisces could be operating on literally what their soul contract is, what they're meant on this earth to do, and nothing will stop them from doing it. That's what they have to do. That's what they're determined to do. Fool, Wheel of Fortune, Queen of Cups. Here's someone who goes to where the heart leads them. Perhaps two, Taurus, in this energy, just as quickly as they go where the heart leads them, they could come to you. They could also go elsewhere if your heart is not on the same path, the same direction, the same freedom as Pisces. Pisces, there has to be an alignment of this sort of, test which way the wind goes and, vamoose it in that direction. Pisces in this energy overall, Taurus, is used to being alone. Not because they so much like it, but it comes down to more their feelings of the where they must go, what they must do, their overall life purpose, soul purpose. That trumps everything. No pun intended. That precedes everything with Pisces. So Pisces, in this energy, it really depends upon you, Taurus. As I said before, how eager are you also to go and follow a different type of life path? Because in this energy, Pisces will let a lot of things go for their higher purpose. Something to think about. And I think I'm actually going to do one. I'll finish out water, and then I'm going to go and I'll probably leave because I'm tired. The earth signs will have to wait. So, Taurus, if you're dealing with a Cancer, if you meet a Cancer, that Cancer towards you. Okay, Cancer is sweet on you. I'll be like, end reading. Cancer is sweet on you. Maybe a bit too sweet on you, Taurus. Cancer has gone through some hopes that they've had, some critical hopes that they've had, have been crushed. And as they have been crushed, Cancer has picked themselves up again. Maybe they've seen the important things. Have they seen things? I'm not even going to say they've matured or wisened up. No, they've just accepted the loss as loss and still have gone on with their soft, hopeful selves in the same energy. And that same energy is being directed at you. Very fresh energy, very bright energy. But that person has been through some unpleasantness, Taurus, that Cancer. Oops, that card I'm not going to take. So Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles gets Nine of Swords. So Cancer with you. As Cancer has come out of something that I'm not going to think about. As Cancer has come out of some trauma. And as they have not really matured or changed their viewpoint, but they're still in the same, they're holding a firm dedication to remain as they are, who they are, as they are. But while they're in that energy, they also can't believe when the real thing comes. They can't believe that the fortune that's come to them is actually real. Although they are the same person, they are the same person with the same fresh hope and fresh faith, but now they have experienced when they have that faith and hope dissolved, what that feels like, and they're afraid it's going to happen again. So you know what that means, Taurus. You're dealing with somebody who has defenses up, probably to someone who doesn't see things quite clearly because they're seeing one thing or they're hearing one thing and they're experiencing another. This person is questioning, Taurus, if what is in front of them really is authentic, is true, is real. Is it just them? Is it mutual? Is it something they can place trust in or not? That's what's in Cancer's energy. So you have a Cancer who overall is quite delighted with you, Taurus. But Cancer is flipped about being hurt again, while Cancer is still putting themselves out to be vulnerable, wants to be vulnerable, as that is who they are. Cancer's energy will take time, not so much to progress anything, but to establish real trust. It's like Cancer can be all smiles, but inside, Cancer is suspicious. Taurus, if you are dealing with a Cancer, you are dealing with a suspicious, warm Cancer. Cancer will not turn you away. Cancer will be wondering how much is what you're telling them or dealing with authentic and real and true. What kind of angle you have, if any. You have a suspicious Cancer. Cancer needs time to win trust. Cancer wants to trust. Cancer is flipped about trusting. All right. So thank you everybody for the likes. I will be back at another time. Do let me know your thoughts. And do check out the other readings, Taurus, that are available. I will be putting out a general reading, probably in the video section. Well, we'll see. Sometimes the lives are good, sometimes the videos are good, sometimes the shorts are good for Taurus, but I will be doing a Taurus sometime within the next week or so, next couple days. Till next time, well, thank you for the like. Till next time, everyone. Bye-bye.